Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we are going to be taking on the fearsome Mido himself, and we are going to be running a little bit of a weirdness here that we are going to have some pretty decent, some pretty good balance overall. We're going to have some basic damage resistance here, and we're going to have some pretty good ability to be able to balance power through a lot of his attacks. The problem with Mido is, right, that he does an incredible amount of damage very, very fast, and he does inhibit with every single attack of anything he's doing. And the power set that we're going to be running here will be with our weapon, so we will be able to stagger him quite regularly and quite often, which is very, very helpful. However, this fight is extremely intense and very, very, very difficult because of what we are doing. We get hit once or whatever, and we have to go into defensive mode. But being slow mobility, it makes for a very, very, very difficult way to engage with him. So you want to be behind him almost all the time if you can, except for when things like that happen. And you can see that we can actually stagger him when we want to, as we need to here along the fight. The problem is, though, that he's just incredibly powerful if he hits you once. So that is the problem. And you'll notice that our stamina here is really taking a power hit here. Okay. And you'll notice that we didn't go for EO with this setup here, because we just don't have the ability to, because we don't have 20 I-core now, and so that is a real problem. Here's where things get a little bit wacko with the inhibit stacking up. So now we have to wait for EO, and he's gonna, yep, I figured. There's firm stand. Okay, we rolled it wrong time. And there's that stupid thing. Okay, so let's get rid of that inhibit. Let's go ahead and heal again. So you can see how, just how incredibly difficult everything is here for us. Getting into the fight here with Mido. And then more balls. The balls are just the worst for us because we can't really roll out of them. And we have to worry about Mido killing everything around us. Okay. And so now we are probably over here. We just have to make sure that everything is on our side, which most of the time it's not. Okay. Yeah, and now here's where things get really crazy. Okay, so fortunately we are not inhibited. Okay, so let's see if we can heal up here and maybe get something going. Okay. Ouch. Firm stand again. Oh. Most of the time you can walk around him in circles, which typically is a very beneficial way to go about getting around him while preserving a lot of stamina. However, the very, very, very wide sword strikes that he has, they're almost like sweeps, and they can trick you out, and you have to go all the way behind him, which is why it's really, really important to be all the way behind him every single time that you're going to attack him. The problem is when the balls are flying around, if you are too close to him, he'll spin and do a couple of attacks that will catch you out almost all the time. So we can go for a couple things here, just some basic items, nothing really impressive or amazing. It won't turn the tide of battle here at all, but it will give us, you know, just a little bit of extra ability here to start with. Okay. Alright. And you can see that we are able to get all of our gifts going here in phase 1 fairly easy, fairly reliably. No real problems to speak of. Oh, that was pretty painful right there. And you can see that we can stagger Mido like once or twice in phase 1, no problem. That is pretty simple to do. The problem is obviously, right, in phase 2, when things start going very, very poorly for us. Okay. Now it's important if you can stagger him, as you see there. Ouch. In that immediate phase there. Oh boy, here we go. Thanks, you. Okay, he's going after you. Okay, never mind. He's doing more of that attack. That attack is incredibly difficult to avoid because of how he doesn't do the sword swipe towards you. He does the sword swipe away from you, but the red explodey bits, those are directed exactly over top of the player. So it's incredibly hard to predict where he's going as well. But this fight is definitely one where, yeah, you can power through his attacks. However, that comes with the problem of being inhibited, which then means that you will be dead immediately upon the second strike. So there is not a lot of forgiving wiggle room at all when you get engaged with Mido here. Okay. Now, even though we are slow mobility, we can still kind of dodge here and there along the way. So we're able to slightly get through some of his attacks here. No, don't hit me. Okay. Nothing we could do to avoid that. We got sandwiched. And you can see the power of perfect balance here. Oops. Alright. Good. Okay, and maybe we can get him staggered. Come on. Nope. Okay, unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Ouch. Firm stand there. Definitely helping out. Io, watch out. Oops. Okay. Now we are definitely going to need something here. He can slide all the way across the arena. He's an amazing boy. Don't hit you. Okay, she's dead. Okay. So you can see just how difficult this fight can be when you are slow mobility. You have limited stamina, and the powering through balancing attacks, that's what Mido excels at nullifying, because you don't want to get hit by Mido because of his inhibit, because most of every single build is in these 8 active gifts or your items that you use, and when Mido takes those away, it pretty much ruins the entire fight in his favor against you. And so it becomes incredibly powerful against you for him to nullify all of your active gifts and everything that's going on. And that becomes a serious problem. And so there's not a lot you can do to, you know, fight back against that inhibit with such powerful damage attacks that he has. Oh, and you can see that we can actually power through his attacks, no problem. We're left with, you know, either no health or we're like inhibited. Ouch. Ew. Ew. Nope. Where was she? She was just over there chilling, I guess. So that's really the problem with Mido that we have here, is the fact that we have to read almost every single move and slow dodge perfectly every single point. Now, the reason we're going for this sword is because of the stagger potential that it has when you are doing the regular heavy attack. And that attack mixed with precision here is incredibly powerful to stagger him over and over and over and over. As you saw, we can stagger him like twice in the first phase, down on one knee, which is very rare and very difficult to do. There's not a lot of weapons that can do that. This is one of them. So we're taking advantage of it while we can. And see there, dodging all of those took all of our stamina. So now we just have to take that hit. Okay. And now we have to wait for stamina to come back. Now there are stamina options that we can use, right? To make sure that we have plenty of stamina overall. But this is just one of those moments where that's not really the most important, right? Okay, let's get him knocked down. Okay, never mind. And we're gonna die. Inhibited, of course. Ouch. Firm stand. Oh boy, here we go. Ouch. Ouch. He's just impressive. He's just one impressive boy. Even with the power of EO on our side, it's still not enough to do anything, really. So, there's not a lot, really, that's on the side of balancing, because you just don't want to get hit in this fight. There's nothing satisfying about powering through one of his attacks, because as soon as you power through it, you will be inhibited pretty much the very next attack. And so you have to almost do this fight if you're doing it through a balance setup by not getting hit, which is exactly the opposite of balance. Balance is meant to let you power through an attack without being knocked over or pushed to the ground or staggered or anything like that. And this fight is exactly the antithesis of that kind of playstyle or that kind of understanding of the game. So it's very, very difficult here to go for this kind of gameplay built into a boss that is meant to not have that happen. Whoa. Okay. And you can see how we're really struggling with our ichor consumption here. And so that's really bad. Ouch. Man, he just won't let me have that. Ouch. Yeah, Mido is tough. Mido is very, very, very tough. So, anyways, this is how, you know, balance and all these kinds of things can actually, you know, how you can put them together to play this kind of method or this kind of option here with Mido. However, it's really not in, you know, a huge best interest here. So there are a couple things we can do, like Valiant Heart, and because we don't really want to get hit ever, we can give up Perfect Balance and go for Concentration. Now this is also not great either, because it'll help us preserve stamina, but if we get hit, we're just going to get knocked all over the place, right? And Royal Heart here is usually a very, very, very good gift. However, here versus Mido, it doesn't really do what you want it to do versus the other bosses and such. Just because of the fact that Mido hits so hard, there is no real incredible value and benefit here like most of the other bosses. Oops. All right. Okay. Now it's time to dodge. Okay. Man, he just won't stagger. And we can't dodge fast enough. Okay. Alright. Come on. Wow. And he was inhibited. Too bad. But see, Eo's there. She's doing well and everything. However, it's just we don't have enough damage, and slow rolling through everything is really, really tough. There are other blood veils that you can pick up, right? That might help you get to normal mobility, right? But then you're taking a massive hit to your damage resistance as well as your balance, and that is where things can go pretty bad pretty quickly. So even if we try something like this, it's 20 less balance, and we're normal mobility now, so we can at least get away from some of those explosion balls and the different objects that he's throwing our way. However, the reality is that the trade-off in the 10 to 15% damage reduction, that can mean like 1500 HP, which, as you can tell from our health pool, is not quite that impressive. So having firm stand as well, we have to have more than 1100 HP in order to take full advantage of it. There's just not really much going for us in our corner here, playing a balance stagger kind of game, and it becomes very difficult very quickly. in order to play through Mido's business here. Now, when we do get staggered, or when we do get focused, it's very, very nice for us that we can actually play in such a way that we can power through pretty much any one of his attacks. Ouch. Ouch. Thanks, you. We're dead. We're dead. And that's the way the cookie crumbles on Mido here. So, yeah, this is a very, very hard, difficult, tough way to get through Mido, and I don't recommend it because, as you can see here, like you can just get slammed over and over and over. Very, very difficult, very, very hard to get through Mido this way, being normal or slow mobility, either one. Playing a balanced game versus Mido is not exactly the way to go about getting through him simply and easily. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow for the Queen's Knight Reborn and his level and what he has for us. So we'll see you guys then. Take care. Bye.